So hello, Myrmonden here, welcome to my review of Ancient Magus Bride episode 11. So first of all, it's obviously in Sweden, right? Yeah, the beautiful scenery, not the Iceland thing, but the first thing in the platform is like, that is Sweden, it's so beautiful. No, but seriously, because I was thinking about this, and it really feels like Sweden, because Elias is Julbocken, right? It's kind of like Krampus. When I grew up as a kid, I guess I'm not old now, but when I was a kid, we had these storylines, especially in the children's book, actually, kind of from the early, like the 1940s and so on. Not as kid, but they were written then, and they were they had this like Julbocken, right, that arrived and he like took care of the naughty children. So he entered the door, was like, and asked, "Is there any nice children here?" And if you weren't nice, he would actually, not reward you. he would punish you. And he will give you gifts, right? And he was actually replaced by Santa Claus, kind of in culturally, during the 19th and 18th century, or something in between. Yeah, and I think kind of, got passed out to be Santa Claus. And I talked about it last week, but Lindel clearly is Santa Claus. Like he has like a flying reindeers, like a magical reindeers, magical sledge, and so he's kind of goes around healing people, giving them gifts. Like he's Santa Claus, right? Yeah, and and then Elias here is Julbocken. It's a typical Swedish, like Scandinavian cultural, the demon at Christmas, right? Yeah, the concept takes away the bad children, right? And the children are afraid of. So they're gonna you just tell them, right, if you don't behave during the year, the Julbocken will come and take you, right? So it's kind of like Krampus. He'll come and kidnap you, right? If you don't behave during the normal weekdays, right? Yeah, it was more like. So, yeah, it wasn't about getting presents, but you will not get punished if you behave. Yeah, that was more like not getting punished was a goal earlier, right? Then we have a popular poor, right? So I think definitely again it has to be Scandinavia. Just giving, of course, it's like a Sami and everything, but I mean, just ignoring that thing, just the whole content. He definitely feels like this Santa Claus, and the other guy is is the Bock, right? Yeah, it's the Krampus, definitely. But anyway, so episode in general then, I think it was a good episode. It wasn't the best episode I think this season, but one of the better ones. Very beautiful again. But the thing is that, yeah, it's beautiful, but this anime, I'm not saying it's bad, but it's kind of like this anime is just really good with sceneries. It's really, really good with sceneries. But I'm getting tired of it, but I feel like, yeah, this anime is really good with sceneries. It's like, I've been there, done that. I have to say that. I think it was very beautiful, but it was as beautiful as episode 5 or 7 or whatever. I was like, yeah, okay, it's doing the scenery. It feels like they are definitely spending a lot of budget on scenery. It's like scenery. Yeah, so the problem with it though, I think it's a good episode. I love the mirror, especially when she was throwing the flower petals at the mirror. That was a really nice scene. But it is slow paced, right? This anime is very slow paced. Not in the same way as like One Piece is slow paced. You feel it, they're like, here's one manga chapter, let's make it to like 5 episodes. Yeah, it's like paced up because like you keep redoing the same scenes and so on. It's like, oh man, yeah, not that kind of bad pacing where you clearly just take the source material and just make it really slow to make space, right? That's the problem here. So this is much better. They're not doing that thing, but it's still just like generally a very slow story, right? A very slow story. So the problem a little bit, I feel though, I think it's like amazing anime, but at the same time it's like, man, this is not an anime that's good for a weekly watch. I think I mentioned that probably like 10 weeks ago or 3 months or something like that. Yeah. I had a theory, I read it like 3-4 months ago, and I watched OVA, that's probably more than 4 months ago, and I said like, this anime is probably gonna be an amazing binge watch anime, but watching it weekly might be a little weak. So I feel this now, like, I'm not saying it's bad, this is like an 8 out of 10 for me, so it's a great episode, but I've been saying that, see what I think, this is kind of how I feel, because like, man, this is great, but it's really going slow, right? It's really going slow, and I was very surprised at the ending where nothing happened, right? They kind of zoomed in to like the fireplace, kind of watched around some different camera angles, kind of feel to it, like you expect something to pop out, some kind of horror thing, and nothing happened. It's just kind of like the end. And the problem with that is my opinion, is that like I played a lot of, some games that I have liked in my life, some games I really haven't liked, but a couple of games that I have liked and I haven't actually like, maybe I finished them, but it could be I played a game for like 10 hours, like 1-2 hours every day for like a week, and like, yeah, it's really good. Then it's like another game to come out, something happens in life, and I don't pick it up again. And it has to go like 5 years until I pick it up again. Because even though I enjoyed that time frame here, the game just had a very like like I have to watch more of it. And if I didn't do live this anime, so I'm very rare. I might be very, very harsh now, but maybe, just maybe, if I wasn't doing, I don't know. I mean, this anime is really good, but I do get the feeling, this episode especially, I feel like I could wait for like a month from now, and then watch 4 episodes in a row, right? Because it had like it was very anticlimactic. Yeah, I think that's probably this episode. It's very anticlimactic. It kind of ended out of at like a very closing endpoint. Like we got the Elias backstory. She made a wand. They miss each other. She's going home. The end. Yeah, you could. I have no reason actually. I mean, I want to watch more for it. I mean, I like it. So I'm nitpicking now. But I'm just saying that that's what I think this anime. Because I like it. I think it's a great anime. I think it's like an 8 out of 10 out of 10 anime. I think some episodes are amazing. 11 out of 10 like are amazing episodes. But I do get this kind of weird feeling to it when I watch the anime. So I'm probably super hating those things. But I think it's like I watched the episode and like I really liked it. But I just feel like I could like it. I want more of it. Like 4 episodes in a row. Yeah, like I don't feel like it give me something like that. But it's more like I don't necessarily feel like when I watch the next episode tomorrow, right? Like if I watch Inuyasha, I'm like, I have to watch next week. No, yeah, like that's super thrilling. When I watch this thing, it's like, oh, it's very beautiful. Okay, it's like a very beautiful art book. It's like I can read the art book tomorrow at any time. I don't have to watch it right now, right? So I think that's a problem with anime, and I just say that because I feel, as with any story, it really creates the magical world, but it doesn't have to really keep reading that. Let's get to Harry Potter, for example. Harry Potter, obviously the biggest, as everyone knows, the huge, biggest fantasy because of magic, right? And Harry Potter is. These two anime and Harry Potter are very similar, right? On like the premise of it and like the thematic of it, magic, wands, dragons, and fairies. It's very, very similar for me. It's similar on all the mechanical aspects, right? But if you look at the narrative of Harry Potter, it's much, much, much more streamlined. You go there, and I also Harry Potter is great for that matter. I mean, it's quite simple, right? It's like dim, 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 dim. But at least Harry Potter does kind of the reverse. It's like they build the world kind of half whatever, and then it's like bam, 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 bam. Here it's like they really build the world, but there's no, they're not really moving forward, right? So it's a weird feel to it. I mean, obviously, I would say, in my opinion, you want to have the combination of both, right? You want to have both the pacing and kind of the progression and the world building and the beautiful scenery. So I'll say Harry Potter is perfect. Absolutely not. This anime is kind of the reverse. It's kind of the opposite of it, and they're also not really reaching it. If I combine both of them, all the better, I think. In my opinion, that's my opinion though. But I think so because I mean, yeah, maybe something negative. I like the episode, but it's not much you can talk about. It's like okay, Elias is kind of like the Julbocken and kind of like Krampus, and he eats human, maybe not, right? And then they kind of go out, yeah, and then it's like whatever. And then he sit there and I mean, I like this. He carved the wands, very nice, very tranquility, very nice scenery. But it's like 10 minutes of really like, okay, it's beautiful, right? It's like a very beautiful arch. It's like arch slide of 10 minutes. And I enjoy it. I get some goosebumps. I actually really like it. But at the same time, I feel like, man, it's like a weird anime because it feels like I'm watching like a children's book, but made for adults. yeah, something like that. Yeah, like a classic children's book that's like 2-3-year-old. With a lot of nice art images you look at, like very little writing, and it's like, oh, this is nice. Oh, this is nice. You look at all the flowers and all the stars and so on, right? Yeah, that kind of thing, and not really much text for it. It's weird. This anime. I like it a lot, but I also feel like it's something that at least in my opinion, is missing, right? And I think that generally is the tension, or so on. There's no tension right now. It is no like narrative progression kind of driving it forward. Maybe it is, but very, very little, right? Very, very little, and then especially how it ended and so on. I mean, the whole last 10 minutes were no ending. Like, I mean, last week we had like, oh, the flashback is really exciting. I was most of the flashback, but soon the flashback ended. It really was like the last 10 minutes, half episode was like, yeah, it's very beautiful, but what's the next, objective? Yeah, like it has to be like, no, let's go over here, but it can be something like give me a little clue. I mean, of course we know the birdie when you call it thing, but it's just kind of like that. So I don't know. Leave a comment, see if I'm right or not. But I do think it's a good anime. But I just feel like it's missing a little of the thrilling action, right? It's missing something, in my opinion, that keeps it from being a masterpiece. Because it's like the most beautiful anime, absolutely. It's absolutely the best looking anime this year, without a doubt. It has probably like 1 to 5 best scenes. Yeah, like because the graphical scene, yeah, like absolutely right. It's very graphically best anime, and there's some good characterization and good story and so on. And so episodes have been really, really good with some really good writing. But it's just kind of like every third episode has like no writing. It's like image, you know, it's something like that. So I get an uneasy feeling when I watch an episode. But anyways, I would love to hear your comments about it. I would love to hear how you think about it. I'm probably getting a lot of it. Probably like, oh, you're wrong. This is the best anime ever. Anyway, see you next week. Have a great day.